A high-profile piece of legislation is heading to Rhode Island Governor Dan McKee's desk. The General Assembly agreed on changes to the law determining how police officers are disciplined. Good evening, everyone. I'm Barbara Morris.
Hey, Barbara. Hi, everyone. I'm Dan Janik. Lawmakers have tried to make changes to the law for 4 years now. NBC 10's Gabrielle Caracciolo is live at the State House to explain the impact it could have on us. Gabrielle?
Dan, Barbara, Governor Dan McKee tells me today he does plan to sign this bill into law. Efforts to reform the Law Enforcement Officers' Bill of Rights have been underway here at the State House for years.
We are very, very pleased to see that bill pass.
I think it's an outstanding piece of legislation.
From politicians to police chiefs, there's support for changes coming to the Law Enforcement Officers' Bill of Rights, or LEOBOR. The law dictates how police officers are disciplined when accused of misconduct and what information can be shared publicly.
It is a transparency bill. It holds people accountable. It is substantially better than what we have today, and I'm proud of that as well. There's a lot of hard work, and the advocates have been trying to change that bill for 39 years, and we did it this year, and I'm proud of that.
Over those years, several high-profile cases of alleged police misconduct have highlighted the obstacles police chiefs face in their efforts to fire officers accused of wrongdoing. Like in the case of former Pawtucket police officer Dan Dolan, who was cleared of all charges after shooting a teen while off-duty in West Greenwich. Once signed, this will allow police chiefs to publicly comment when an officer is facing disciplinary action and allow them to release video evidence.
Especially in the use of force or excessive force cases, those are situations that it's imperative that the police chief be able to speak upon the issue and let the public know what happened.
Colonel Brad Connor is the Warwick police chief and currently serves as the president of the state's Police Chiefs Association. He says they're supportive of the reforms, which include expanding the hearing panel and extending the time an officer can be suspended without pay.
It allows a police chief a little bit more latitude in disciplining his staff, which keeps him more accountable.
Do you plan to sign the bill?
So yes, I'll be signing that. That law is the bill as soon as it gets to my desk.
Once signed, the law will go into effect on January 1st, and it's a busy week here at the State House as the session comes to a close. Right now, the House of Representatives is debating the budget. I'll have an update on that coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. For now, I'm live in Providence. Gabrielle Caracciolo, NBC 10 News.